Get ready for something intense. Russia is building massive missile stockpiles. What's inside them that has NATO on high alert? Russian missiles continue to be the star players in various battles, especially on the Ukrainian front. Recently, this was once again demonstrated when Iskander missiles and Uragan launch systems carried out precision strikes on the gathering point of Ukraine's 95th Air Assault Brigade. The attacks hit two key settlements in the Kursk region, Guevo and Gornal, showcasing the effectiveness of Moscow's long-range weapon systems. Aware of the power of its missile arsenal, Russia has ramped up large-scale production this year. According to an analysis by Bulgarian military, many of these missiles appear to be stored as strategic reserves, a precaution against the possibility of a major future conflict. It's not just about numbers. It sends a strong message to the world that Russia hasn't lost its influence, especially in the military arena. A similar pattern can be seen in the deployment of Shahed 136 kamikaze drones, which are used in large quantities and attack in swarming formations. These drones not only breach air defense systems, but also have a profound psychological impact on the enemy. When wave after wave of drones keeps coming, even the most advanced defenses can be overwhelmed. In this context, it seems Russia has no regrets about its weapon strategy. Losing dozens of drones in a single attack is acceptable, as long as the mission hits its target. So the question remains, what exactly is inside Russia's missile stockpiles that has NATO so concerned? Let's dive deeper. According to Ukrainian intelligence reports circulating online, it has been revealed that Russia is intensifying production in its strategic weapons sector. Each year, they are estimated to produce around 1,200 land attack cruise missiles, 400 short and medium-range ballistic missiles, and no fewer than 6,000 long-range shahed-type drones. But it doesn't stop there. Russia is also planning to add 10,000 decoy drones annually, a move that highlights its major ambitions and a significant boost in military capabilities. These figures are not just empty statistics. They reflect the relentless operation of Russia's military-industrial complex, driven by the need for tactical superiority and the pressures of prolonged conflict. Behind this massive production lies a vast infrastructure, manufacturing facilities, distribution networks, and enormous warehouses hidden from public view. Inside those warehouses are lethal weapons, such as Iskander M missiles and advanced Ka-101 cruise missiles. Fabian Hoffman, a doctoral researcher with the Oslo Nuclear Project at the University of Oslo, recently published his analysis in Missile Matters. He highlighted the immense resources required to sustain such production, not just in terms of logistics and technology, but also skilled labor and expertise in managing modern defense systems. This effort shows that Russia is not merely enduring the conflict, but is actively reinforcing its position with an aggressive and well-planned production strategy. The Iskander M has become one of Russia's go-to weapons in various battlefield attacks in Ukraine. Its presence is no longer a secret. Numerous sources online have shown how this missile can travel up to 310 miles, carrying high-precision warheads capable of striking fortified targets with deadly accuracy. What makes it even more threatening is the flexibility of its warhead, which can be fitted with either conventional or nuclear payloads. This combination makes the Iskander a strategic asset that is both versatile and terrifying. A report from the Kyiv Post once highlighted how Russian ballistic missiles have been able to exploit gaps in Ukraine's air defense systems. They acknowledge that these types of missiles are difficult to detect and even harder to intercept. Defense systems like the Patriot, on which Ukraine heavily relies, are only capable of protecting a small portion of the territory from such attacks, revealing the significant challenges Kyiv faces in keeping its skies safe. As a result, the need for more Patriot systems has become increasingly urgent for President Zelensky. However, the presence of US-made Patriots is not an absolute guarantee. History has shown that these defense systems have been overwhelmed by Iskander attacks before. In fact, 2 Patriot launchers sent to Ukraine were reportedly destroyed in such strikes. This serves as a reminder that even advanced technology can have vulnerabilities on the modern battlefield. And what about the Ka-101 cruise missile? This long-range strategic weapon is air-launched and reportedly has an extraordinary range of up to 4,500 kilometers. Like the Iskander, the Ka-101 is also capable of carrying either conventional or nuclear warheads, offering flexible options for offensive missions. What sets the Ka-101 apart is its stealth characteristics. Designed to be difficult to detect by radar, this missile can fly at low altitudes with subsonic speed and is smart enough to evade modern defense systems. This makes it a nightmare for enemy air defenses and an effective tool for deep strikes into the heart of enemy territory. In addition to missile threats, attention is now also focused on the Russian-made Shahed 136 unmanned aerial vehicle. Its main advantage lies not only in its explosive power, but also in its ability to disrupt enemy defense systems. Designed to mimic the radar and infrared signatures of real drones or missiles, the Shahed 136 forces enemy air defense systems to deploy expensive interceptors just to counter a decoy. Russia's strategy is clear: focus on quantity. When launched in swarms, these drones flood radar systems and confuse detection mechanisms. Ukraine has been overwhelmed, especially when systems like the Patriot, which rely on a limited number of interceptor missiles, are forced to choose between engaging a target or conserving ammunition. The cost imbalance only makes things worse. Using a Patriot missile to shoot down a single Shahed clearly isn't economically viable, considering the drone's price is just a fraction of the cost of the interceptor used against it. Russia's evolving strategy is nothing short of impressive. So, will NATO have similar preparations? Stay tuned for the next episode, and thanks for watching.